So one of my tasks for today is going to fill up this big raised bed we got from Veggie Go. It's quite deep and I'm not going to fill it up with compost. I'm going to do the Hugelkultur method. So I've put some logs and some wood just in the bottom, and now I've put some cardboard on top. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill up the rest of this bed by stacking up in layers. So I need to get a few contents from the garden. I'm going to prune some of my bushes, cut the grass, and add some compost from the homemade compost bins, and finish it off. And then finish off with an arch over the top. So that's my job for today, is to finish my bed so I can plant my tomatoes in there. Because it's getting on now, I need to be done. Let's go. So we filled it with some logs, and now we put a cardboard layer over the top, and this is just some old flowers from the garden I've just put into the bed, and some old compost from a pot that's broken. So I'm just going to stack it up and fill it up layer by layer. So what else are we going to put in? So this is some of the forsythia that's been cut down. I'm going to add that into the mix. Into the soil. And then we got some sawdust from the rabbit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So before I get too high, we bought this Wilko's garden arch for climbing plants and roses, 2.4 meters. So the plan is go from there round to the other side, grow tomatoes. So I'm just going to construct this so I can add this onto my bed without going too tall. So I've separated all the pieces, the cross members, the arches, the feet and the main piles and the screws. Next bit is just to assemble it. So that works pretty well. Didn't expect it to work that well, to be honest. Now I can finish filling up my trough. So I'm just going to finish off now with some bits and pieces from the garden. So this is some of the turf that we put when I was digging up my garden and stacking them on top of each other, and they can rot down, make some nice compost. Filling up the bed nicely. So it'll all rot down in time. We'll have to top it up again. But it's all good. Filling it up nicely. Alright, that's good. Good. So I've only got 12 inches left on my bed. That's given it a good old base, that has. A good base. So we've got wood chips, some cuttings, some bedding, and now the turf. I'm just going to now add all the bits of compost I've got lying around. There we go, it's filling up nicely now. Filling up good. There we go. Good job done. That's really looking good, that arch. So we've got another bag of shavings from the rabbit, and I'm going to add that onto the top. And that can all break down in time. A thin layer, and this is the rabbit's bedding, and it's covered in wee, so it's going to break down quite nice. And then we've got some compost. This is the compost from the compost bin, and then that's going to go on the top. A bit of leaf mould kind of compost. Fill it right up. So I haven't paid anything so far to pay up this bed. And this is all leaves and all compost from the beds from last year. And it's all the rabbit mixture along with compost, plants and everything else. Coke cans. There we go. It's really filling up now. This is a really good job. Nice and cool today, it's a bit of rain in the air. This is really filling up nicely. Good job done. It's really good. we're going to do now is just fill the top with a bit of compost. Ready for our planting. There we go, look, nearly full. So good. All for free. Love recycling. Even got this wheelbarrow for free from a customer. Didn't want the wheelbarrow, so we passed it on. So there we go. That's all the leaf mould and last year's compost. So the final bits we're going to add is just some spent compost, just going on the top now. And this is what we're going to start growing in. So that we've got clothes pegs, got all sorts of rubbish in there. All that's come from recycling the compost. This is looking really good. I'm going to plant the tomatoes on the end. I'm going to give a bit of good compost on the end. And it's just going to get topped up as and when needed. So there we go. All sorts of rubbish. So I'm just going to find a bit of compost. Giving it a firm down. The levels will drop. I can just top it up with some more homemade compost. Look at that. A bed ready to go. So, just going to add a cheap bag of compost from the supermarket on top. It's not a full bag, but it's good enough. And a few nutrients to the compost. Then we're ready for some tomatoes. So I'm just going to pop these straight in, dig a little hole, and I'm going to go straight in. There we go. These have been set outside for a little while, acclimatising to the weather. And there we go. So I'm going to find some other tomatoes to plant in there, and that would be great. Tomato bed all ready to go. So we potted 2 Alicante, 3 of the supermarket tomatoes, and then we've got 3 lots of chilies. So I'm just going to plant those right up the middle. Get them out. Right in the middle. 1. 2. 1 out. So there we go. So this is called the Hugelkultur, where you fill it up with logs into biodegradable contents, which will all break down, and it's all for free. So it's a real bonus. It's starting to rain now, so they're all going to get a nice water. So we've got pepper and Scotch bonnet. So there we go. That's our bed, all planted, all done. Thank you for Veggie Guy for the bed. And that's going to work, it's up to treat.